welcome back to another episode of Nerd Enough, the show where we love Robert Downey Jr. I don't care what you say. Um, welcome back, man, and everybody
You're
else.
welcome.
I'm
Yeah.
Tony.
And I'm Michael.
Wow, we are glad to be here. I hope everyone's
Yes.
doing good. Welcome everyone in the chat. Um, Dude, how are you, man? I feel like we haven't talked since literally last week, man.
It's been like a week. Yeah, I've been trying to keep it cool. I don't want to. It's hard because we sit there, we game, we try not to talk about nerdy stuff,
Yeah,
and so that seems like we don't talk.
yeah, yeah.
We
It
want to
really,
leave it for the podcast, man.
yeah. It's funny. We leave everything for the podcast, but also,
Yeah.
I mean, you've been busy with work and everything, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, it's good. It's good to see. It's good to see you, man. I'm glad we're doing this. So,
Heck yeah.
what's up, nerds? For before we get started again, for those of you who are watching this live, welcome in. And if you're not watching this live, you're watching this on YouTube.
Yep.
Just a reminder, we do record these live on Twitch. So make sure if you're not following us on Twitch, make sure you head over to twitch.tv/nerd enough podcast. Give us a follow. We now that our boy Michael has more of a steady schedule, I think we're aiming for every Thursday, 7
Yep.
p.m. Pacific time, Mountain time, 9 p.m. Central.
Central, correct.
Yeah. So that'll be the live times. If you guys can't make it to the live, don't worry. You can catch us on obviously here on YouTube the next day. On every Friday we'll be uploading these videos, but we
Yep.
record every Thursday night. And if you're not following us on our socials, make sure you guys hit us up on our socials. We got nerd dot enough on our Instagram, which we're starting to post more as much as we can. And then also TikTok, which we'll start doing clips. We're still bad at it, but we're getting there. But anyway, well, it's been officially about 2 weeks since some news dropped and everything. And, to be honest, not much has happened, man.
No, man, dude, it's been quiet.
It's been quiet.
No, it's been quiet.
I think
I'm waiting for that storm.
yeah, no, honestly, but I guess the good thing is that when it's quiet like this, we also don't get bad news, like delays or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like right now there's been more on the gaming side, which I don't know. It's funny because we never established whether we talk about gaming.
Right.
Um, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for some gaming stuff. Like, for those of you who play Fortnite, and if you know me, and
Oh
on my
yeah, yeah.
personal channel, I play Fortnite, especially lately, a lot more. And August 16th, we got a new season starting, and it's gonna be Marvel themed. For those of you who
Dude,
remember,
yeah.
a few years ago, we had a Marvel theme season, and
Yeah.
it was really cool, man, with Galactus and everything.
Have you seen the leaks? Like the leaked map?
Oh yeah, dude, I heard it's gonna be like
Dude.
all Marvel themed.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Eh,
Like this is what I wanted. A huge map change.
Yeah, I mean, what I really want is the cars gone. Oh my god, dude, I can't freaking stand them, man. It's like, and I say this every time. If you go to my stream, like you'll hear me say
Yeah.
it's like, if you don't have a car, you're gonna lose. Like it's so annoying. But
Yeah.
um, no, I'm excited for the next Marvel season because um, I like to brag about this. I have every single Marvel skin. There are a few things that I'm missing, but they're like badges, and
Yeah.
I think I'm missing one wrap. But every Marvel skin I own, and I don't care. Okay, I do care about how much money it's cost me, but I like to brag about it. But yeah, and it's cool to see that we're getting more. The we're getting the an X-Men bundle coming up with
Yeah.
Cyclops, Jubilee, and Colossus. So that's gonna be cool. But anyway, We actually don't have a set topic to talk about. We just wanted
Want to
to,
talk?
yeah, we just wanted to talk because we haven't actually had like a full on conversation. But
Yeah,
what's going on with you, man? What's going on in your life?
dude, just work.
Well, I mean,
That's all.
you got like a new shift change, right?
Yeah,
Because your shifts
moved
were
to a new.
bad.
Yeah, my shift was bad. Closing every night, getting home at like 1 a.m. It was trash. But now moved to a different store, and most days I'll get off at 5, 6 o'clock Central Time.
And is it closer to your house?
Nah, same
Same
distance, but
distance. Well, either way,
yeah,
man, it's cool that you'll be able to get home, rest, and then go
yep,
about your
yeah,
duties. Especially
yep,
with Nerd Enough, like by the time I get home, he has already been home for like 2 hours. You know.
yep.
Um,
It was nice today. It was nice just relaxing, laying on the couch. Like, haven't been able to do that in a while.
yeah,
It's usually get home, um, set up my camera
yeah,
for and go live.
yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy, yeah, because then you gotta wait till everyone. Yeah, it's insane, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm happy for you, man. Happy
yeah.
that you're gonna be able to take breathers now. Um, let's
What
see.
about you? Any
Well,
updates?
yeah, we got we're moving soon. That's not really exciting, but we're
Yeah,
moving soon, so we're getting ready. Just kind of picking things. You know, when you move, you realize how
packing.
much
Yeah,
shit you have, and literally
yep.
just shit. Like it's not even like stuff. Okay, it's stuff. Wait, not literal shit. I didn't mean that. Sorry. I meant like you just
It's you open one junk drawer, like, okay, that's a normal junk drawer. Then you find another junk drawer, and I'm like, what is
like
this?
what is
And
it
it's like
like?
four junk drawers. I'm like,
Yeah. So hopefully we're able to get rid of a lot of stuff. And
yeah,
we'll be moving out by the end of. I mean, it's not by until the end of September, but if we start now, you know, it'll get easier. But
yeah.
um, but yeah, other than that,
Like
I'm just chilling, man. Like things are good. Um,
you've been going pretty heavy on stream.
yeah,
You
I
got
mean,
like a yeah,
I've been wanting to. I mean, I'm trying. I have a few goals for those of you who don't know me. Well, for those of you who just stick to the nerd enough stuff,
yeah,
on my I've promoted it before my TCTV Twitch channel. Um, I do all kinds of different things. I mean, literally ranging from ASMR to gaming to like spooky stuff to karaoke nights. Like it's crazy, man. We do all kinds of stuff on that channel. But we have a good time, and my goal is
yep.
to become consistent. Hopefully, one day go full time. And I mean, if I could do this every day, like
Oh
work
yeah,
on nerdy enough stuff and stream all the time. I mean, I would literally, what I would do is I would literally go back to editing some stuff and just do it on stream. Like while I'm live,
yeah, yep.
have like a words on stream
Mhm.
game going on the corner while I work on like nerd enough graphics or stuff. Like if
Yeah,
I could do that full time, man, oh my god, that'd be great. Oh, that is a dream.
yeah. You know, and it seems like you're always doing it too, though. Like it's
Yeah,
always on your mind, streaming. Like you're at work, you're
always.
talking about streaming. Like
I,
you're working on stream stuff. It's crazy.
it's nonstop, man. It's something that I really want to do, and hopefully one day it happens. You know, so but
Yeah.
I'm planning on hopefully. So I got family coming over this weekend, and I hope they're
Okay.
willing to go watch Deadpool. So I might actually
Oh,
rewatch it this weekend. Um,
your
bec-
nephew's gonna flip.
well, I mean that's the thing. My nephew hasn't seen it, and
Yeah, that's gonna be
so
awesome.
yeah. So I really hope that the thing is like I know like his mom and my mom are kind of strict
Yeah.
on like the movies he watches. Well,
Yeah.
it depends. I don't know. So hopefully they're willing to go as well. My mom's not a huge fan of like the all the cuss words and the the profanity and stuff, but
Yeah, but you open up your phone, you got TikTok. Like,
it's worse. Yeah, yeah, it's worse out there. Yeah.
yeah.
um,
So,
but I'm gonna make a quick segue
okay.
into something that I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes.
It's funny because on my channel we do this thing where when a new movie comes out or a new show comes out, we wait 2 weeks. That's the rule.
Yeah.
To give people 2 weeks to watch it, and then we'll.
And I hate it.
I know. I me too.
Yeah.
But especially people who love to talk about this stuff. It's like, dang it. But as a spoiler warning for those of you who are watching, we are gonna talk a lot about spoilers. You've been warned.
Yep.
What's it called? It's funny because I feel like lifting it a little sooner. Reason why is because yes, it did come out on Thursday, but the reason why I give people until Saturday is because some people aren't able to go until the weekend, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I give people until Sunday. However,
I before you say that, you're also giving them 2 weeks.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Well, okay, well, here's where I was going with that. Every time I open, maybe it's just because it's my feed and like the algorithm knows what I like. But I've been seeing so many spoilers out there when normally I wouldn't see spoilers until like weeks later. But it seems like people just don't care anymore. They're just posting everything. It's all out there on Twitter, on TikTok, just leaks of Deadpool Wolverine. I'm just like, well, if people haven't watched this, they've been spoiled already. By this point, if it wasn't by someone in my channel, they've been spoiled on either on Instagram, either on TikTok, or Twitter, whatever. Because I see it everywhere, man. So part of me has been like, I feel like just talking about it now because like I feel like it's just out there. But with that being said, I ran into an interesting post, and here's what I want to get into. I wish I would have grabbed the clip and put it onto OBS. That way I can show you and share it. But it would take a little too long to actually do that right now.
Right.
But on the post-credit scene of Deadpool Wolverine, and I'm gonna look for it this weekend if I go.
Right.
Have you heard anything about the post-credit scene?
It's Gambit, yeah, in his original world.
Okay, so you know about it.
Yeah.
Why did you tell me about it? Well, I guess we haven't talked.
No, we haven't talked I saw it yesterday.
Oh, you better talk. Okay, so I saw it 2 days ago,
yesterday.
and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put this in my back pocket. I'm gonna bring this up during the podcast. And for those of you who don't know what this is, so I saw in the post-credit scene they're saying that there's a scene that wasn't in the movie of Gambit. Mm-hmm. And it's very blurry because you can't really see. It's on. You guys remember the scene where they're at the TVA? There's a bunch of monitors. Well, if you look at Deadpool's left side, like close to like his like ass, it's kind of blurry, especially because it's recorded on the phone. That's why I can't wait to see it on the actual big screen. It's footage and it's while all this is going on. That's another thing. He keeps you distracted by talking about what's going on this monitor that you almost don't even realize what's going on the other monitors. And it's footage of Gambit walking into the TVA. He's in the TVA, right? Is that what it is?
I thought it was him going to his original.
Well, yeah, but
like his original world.
I think that's what is. Or maybe actually
original universe.
Right. Oh, okay. All I know is that it's him. It's his backside. He's walking straight, and then all of a sudden, as the camera is panning towards his face, he turns around and like he shows his face, and it kind of just goes black.
Yeah,
it's almost like they filmed this on purpose. Like this was going to be a second post-credit scene, and they just never gave it to us. And they said, you know what? Let's throw it on one of these small monitors and see if anyone catches it. And like, dude, I wish I would have caught it, but again, I'm not always. That's why I like watching videos like New Rockstars, the Cosmic Wonder, and all that stuff because I miss things. I don't have an eye like them, and so, but it was just some random TikToker that brought this to my attention. And now I'm like, dude, I can't wait to go see it again because I need to watch
Right.
this. I need to see this for myself. So that opens up a whole another like conversation here, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, so at the end of the movie, you didn't know if he was still alive.
Because Elias, it looked like Elias killed them all.
Yeah, and he wasn't at the table having dinner or celebrating the birthday
Mm.
or whatever. So, but now we know.
Well, here and here's another thing because when Deadpool and Wolverine are talking to Hunter, well, I forgot her name, Hunter B16 or something like that. Her
Yeah.
name is not even Hunter; it's just B16, I think, or Agent B16, whatever. You know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
When they're
Yep.
making the deal, it's like, hey, look, we saved the world, and again, I wasn't a huge fan of this part of the plot, but like somehow our universes are fixed. I don't know how they don't explain how. It just somehow it fixed. What they
Yeah.
did somehow reversed it. I wish they would have explained that a little more, but um, so going back to the whole Elias thing, where Elias pretty much devoured everything that was there.
Right.
X-23 was there. So we also thought X-23 was meant to die on that scene with Gambit, Elektra, Blade, because they were still in the void. Um,
Yeah.
it was only Wolverine and Deadpool that jumped through the hoop or through the loop. And then part of the deal was, hey, we got some friends whose stories need to be. They want I don't know if they say an ending or we can restore their worlds. I don't really remember what it is. The deal they want to make. To me, it kind of just sounded like they wanted to give them an ending, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but we know that Loki, the new Loki, God of Stories, is not the kind of person to end stories anymore. He's the
Right.
god to give people opportunities now. He makes branches and more branches and kind of holds them together now. So it almost seems like no, let's be generous and give them their own story now. Let's bring them back from the void. Um, and we actually see X-23 again hanging out at the end with Wolverine and Deadpool in his universe.
Yeah.
So which means everything got restored and they didn't die. If
Yeah.
X-23 is alive, everyone else has to be alive as well from that was at the void at the end. And with Gambit coming back, here's where I wanted to talk about. Are we going?
Okay.
They're starting to give us more, not more news, but they're starting. It's almost like development on the X-Men movie is finally like
A
pumping
reboot.
pumping the gas. You know.
A complete reboot is what I'm hearing.
Okay, did people not know it was going to be a reboot? All of
I didn't know. So from my understanding, what I thought was going to happen is they were just going to throw them into the Marvel universe and not really have their own show or anything.
so you thought James McAvoy was coming back. You thought Michael Fassbender was coming back.
I didn't think that too deep into it. No.
It's weird because I feel like everyone is so surprised. Oh, it's a reboot. I'm like, I thought
Yeah.
we knew this already. Like, I thought that was the whole point of us talking about who can play Wolverine, who can play Cyclops. I mean, some of the
Right.
fan casting was Henry Cavill as either Wolverine or Cyclops, right? Um,
Yeah.
I think the reason why people are now starting to think, oh, it's not a reboot, is because we saw Patrick Stewart reprise Professor Xavier in the Multiverse of
Yeah.
Madness. We saw, um,
Pyro and
well, no, they're in the void. I don't think that counts. I'm talking people who
okay.
were in a timeline. We saw,
Okay, I see. Yeah.
I forgot the actor's name, but the one that plays Hank McCoy, Beast.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I forgot his name, but I mean, he's the same actor from the older movies.
Yeah.
And now we see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. So I'm thinking maybe that's why people are now thinking, oh, it's not a reboot. They're just coming back. But I always knew that it was going to be a reboot. I don't think they're gonna recast Deadpool. I don't think they're going to. I think there's certain characters that won't be recasted.
Yeah.
Um, but
Do you think it'll be in the Sacred Timeline?
that's what I don't know. You know what I
Because because Wolverine now is in the Sacred Timeline, right?
no,
With
he's
Deadpool.
not. He is in
No. Okay.
universe 1005 or 10005.
Okay. Was his? No, it wasn't. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so they could cast a new Wolverine for the Sacred Timeline
Kelsey Grammer, thank you, chat. Kelsey Grammer as Beast, yeah. Um,
because Daphne confirmed that her character coming back is X whatever.
it's a continuation of her character. So
Yeah.
she was part of that universe. Um,
Hmm.
okay, how do I say this? She was always part of that universe.
Okay.
It's so hard to. The thing is, the timeline is so hard to explain because
Yeah.
here's where, and I think this started to bug me as well, and I try not to think too much about it because of how confusing it is, and because I really, really, really don't want to find any gripes with Deadpool and Wolverine. It was a good movie that I almost don't want to think about the negativity of it, but um, I still don't understand how the effects of Logan dying affected his world or is going to kill. Oh, never mind. That was explained. Never mind. That was explained because he wanted to speed up the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because technically for Deadpool, he had to travel to the future to pretty much dig up Wolverine's corpse or the bones, whatever.
Yeah.
He had to travel to
Yeah.
the
And couldn't
future
save him.
because
Yeah.
that technically hadn't
Yeah.
happened. But that Wolverine, the one that we see in Deadpool Wolverine, that wasn't his Wolverine.
No.
Okay, all right. So that's what I'm trying to get at.
But Daphne's
It
X whatever
X-23,
is from X-23 is from the dead Wolverine.
which is in Deadpool's universe. It's
Yes.
in the right.
Yeah.
But so that Logan is
Yeah.
dead, and so this Logan replaces that Logan. Is that what?
Supposedly.
Right. Okay.
That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Okay. So they're in. So they are in the correct universe. So here's what confuses me.
Mm-hmm.
Monica Rambeau. We're going to travel to another
Yeah.
movie. At
Okay.
the end of the Marvels, Monica Rambeau, she kind of rips through this. Is it I forgot what it was. Is it Gosh, I forget. I forgot what it is. But somehow she ends up in a different universe. And I actually went to go rewatch that scene recently because I was like, "Oh, does it say what universe it is?" It doesn't. Unfortunately, I was like, "Dang it! I wish it said what Earth it was or what
Yeah.
universe it was or what timeline." But it doesn't. It doesn't say it. And so, not even. And no one mentions it either. But we see Kelsey Grammer and Binary. Those are the two heroes that are there with her.
Yep.
Obviously, she's like, "Oh,
Yep.
mom." That's not her mom. It's Binary.
Yep.
Now, here's my question: is this the same universe as Deadpool 10005? Because technically, here's where it gets a little. I want to get technical. A lot of people are saying,
Okay.
"Oh, what about what happened with Days of Future Past? Didn't everyone die and this and that?" Logan went back and fixed all that. Remember
Yep.
when he comes back into the future or to the past, even Professor Xavier, he's like, "Oh, you've been on a journey. Like, tell me about it. Tell me what happened." So technically, that timeline was restored, which
Yeah.
means In fact, we even see Kelsey Grammer walk by in that scene where Logan comes back and the school's the timeline is fixed. We see Halle Berry as Storm. We even see Jean. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's back. I think did we even? I don't remember if we even saw Bobby. I don't remember. I need to rewatch that. But anyway, with that being said, could this Kelsey Grammer be the same Kelsey Grammer? Like, is it the same one? Is it the same universe, but just a little later in the future? Because he does look a little more like he's got like this, like his. Obviously, he doesn't dress the same as
Right.
in those movies. That's a big question, man. Like, is Deadpool in the same universe as where Monica Rambeau is right now?
Would it be bad if they never answered that question?
I mean,
Does it? You got after credit scenes kind of just become what
throwaways.
percent? Yeah, what percentage is that? Where it's just a
I
throwaway?
but I don't see how the Marvel's post credit scene could be a throwaway because that's their way to. Okay, so I have a theory, right?
Okay.
Monica
Okay.
Rambeau being stuck in this timeline, and obviously we know that Carol Danvers is gonna go looking for her. I think
Right.
this is how the X-Men are gonna tie in. So to answer your question, no, I don't think the X-Men are in the sacred timeline. I think they are in the Deadpool timeline, which is 10005.
So the X-Men just don't exist in the Sacred Timeline? A variant of them?
Well, that's what I don't know because look at Wanda. They're not mutants. They don't call them mutants. Wanda's not a mutant. She's a miracle.
They don't call it. Yeah, I
That's what
mean,
they call them.
that's maybe what they're all called.
Well,
Miracles instead of
she
means.
was. Oh wait, no, that's not true. Because we're introducing mutants now. Remember Kamala Khan?
Yeah, yeah,
We
okay.
called her a
Yep.
mutant. Oh my god. It's so confusing, man. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
Um.
I feel like I just feel like a lot of it's not gonna be answered.
So
That seems like so much. Just, dude, it's gonna be a while before we get answers to everything. Dude,
yeah.
holy shit!
Okay, and
It's gonna
so
be another 20-year project.
so all this whole conversation started with the whole Gambit post credit scene, right? Where
Right.
Gambit goes back to his universe.
Yep.
I 100% believe that was supposed to be a post credit scene, and they decided to just throw it in as an Easter egg rather than a post credit scene. It's funny, an Easter egg of a post credit scene inside a post credit scene. Wow,
Holy shit.
Sean
Yeah.
Levy really wanted to mess with us, but we caught it and we saw it, and now we're talking about it. So, is Channing Tatum's Gambit arriving in the same universe as where Monica Rambeau is also? I'm telling you, man, it's so confusing, bro. Because now, if Gambit's in his own universe,
Yeah.
separate from Deadpool's and separate from where Monica Rambeau is, whatever X-Men universe she's in, so now we got 3 X-Men timelines in the MCU already, and it's already confusing. Remember how confused we were already with the X-Men movies when they first were coming out? Now, it's like, don't bring that confusion here. Just I was hoping that them coming to the MCU would kind of be a smooth like transition, and everything would make
Yeah.
sense. But unfortunately, now it's like it's still so damn confusing. Like,
Oh yeah.
and but you know what? I love talking about this because when was the last time that Marvel fans were confused about stuff? For the longest, we didn't have anything to talk about. I mean, after Secret Invasion,
Yeah.
we were left confused about how bad of a show it was. Like, and like, like all this, but now it's cool that we get to theorize these things. I don't know, man. It's left scratching my head. What?
It reminds me of Infinity War when he snaps and everyone dies, or like not everyone, but a percentage, 50-50.
Yeah,
And you sit there and at the end and you're like, holy shit,
dude. Do you remember all
they're
the
dead.
theories that were coming out? Oh my god!
Yeah.
During that time, it's like
That was good. Yeah.
it's like, oh, they're stuck in the quantum realm, or everyone was saying like, no,
Yeah.
they're still alive. They're in a different universe. There were so many
Yeah.
theories, bro. Like, they're in the quantum realm. They're in here. They're in there. But turns out, no, they literally were just dust. They were dead. They were
Yep.
gone.
Yeah.
And just, oh my god, I remember how many theories like were out there, and none of them were true. It was just nope, they were actually dead, and they were just. I
Yeah.
mean, look at Peter. He said, "One moment I was dust, and suddenly I'm back." Like it was for them, it was instant, you know.
Yep.
So, yeah, this is
I could see that happening now. All the theories that are coming out are all wrong. And I hope that is.
Yo, and you know what? I hope we're wrong too, because if there's
Yeah.
anything that I love is to be surprised, especially with these movies.
Yep.
I love when they
Same.
throw a curveball and I'm like, which is why I love the whole RDJ casting. I'm sorry, like
Yeah.
I know I can't go.
Eh,
I love it. It's
I
a
want to go into that.
curveball,
No,
dude.
no, no. I want to go into that real quick. So RDJ, I've
Okay.
had how long? Week and a half.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it more.
I have. Yeah.
Have you changed your heart?
Have you coursed me to the right path? Not necessarily. I'm like
I just don't
I'm
want people to be negative about it. That's it. That's all I care about.
I'm not negative. I'm parallel. Okay. I'm not on the same path, but we're heading in the same direction.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Okay.
There's been so much division between the nerd community,
Yeah.
and like look how bad Star. I've said this before. Look how bad Star Wars fans treat each other, and just how
Right.
cruel the community. I get it. I get why. Don't get me wrong. I get why Star Wars fans are mad, but we don't need that in the Marvel fan base right now. Like
Yeah.
people are starting to get like trying to talk so much crap. I'm like, you know what? Let's just
But you said you liked that.
what I know. I said I
That
think the
yeah.
controversy is funny.
Yeah.
Because everyone's freaking out about something they
Yeah.
don't know. Like they don't know what's gonna happen, you know.
Right.
But
So my brain's as small as a goldfish, but I sent you a TikTok, right? And it was just a theory on how the story is gonna go, right?
oh yeah, I remember.
That that TikTok kind of changed it for me.
Really,
It's probably not right.
it's just a
A lot of
theory
it's
though.
not. It's just a theory.
A game theory.
It,
Sorry.
that made me excited. It just made me excited.
Okay,
It just seemed complex.
so I'm gonna segue into this real quick. I thought
Okay.
about so this morning as I was on my way to work, I thought about a theory, and I was
Okay.
like, I gotta share this because
Right.
I mean, I'm sure someone else already has this theory. But it has to do with the very thing that I didn't like in Deadpool and Wolverine. What was it? The concept of the oh, what was the word?
Yes.
What was the term? Of a being,
I,
oh my god, I'm losing the word. And a something being. You know what I'm talking about though.
Jesus. I do.
Oh my god. An anchor being. Thank you, chat. Oh my god.
Anchor. Okay.
This is why
Yeah.
I'm glad. Chat, by the way, we are going to have a moment where we read your guys' messages like we did last time. By the way, hello, everyone. Welcome in. We'll read through all the messages right now. Okay. So it has to do with anchor being, okay?
Okay.
So here's my theory.
Yes.
Obviously, we know that this takes place in a multiverse. Anthony Russo, while he was presenting RDJ, even said, with the limitless opportunities that we have in the multiverse, or he said Marvel multiverse.
Right. Okay.
What's it called? Here's my theory.
All right.
Tony Stark, he's Tony Stark. He is a variant of Tony Stark. Okay?
Okay.
And he pretty much grows up the same, but maybe with a little more of a darker past. Like his parents still die, but maybe a little more brutal.
So Batman. Okay.
Kind of.
Eh,
He has more like of a Batman upraising, if you will. You know.
Do you think they'll show that? Do you think they'll show the pearls dropping from the necklace?
No,
and...
no,
No. Okay. Okay. Good.
no. I still think his parents will die, but it'll be more brutal, and he still becomes like this, like weapons maker and everything. But he becomes obsessed with the whole suit of armor around the world, and so
Okay.
here's where things go crazy. He continues his life. He marries Pepper. He has Morgan, his daughter, and then
Mm-hmm.
because he wants to, but he still holds on to this dream of a suit of armor around the world. The events of Endgame and Infinity War don't actually happen because they stopped Thanos in this universe. But a bigger threat came. I mean, by this point, the Avengers have become very. They fight a lot. They're more experienced. They have fought a lot more villains, and more. Tony keeps saying, "We need this. We need more power. We need to keep. Look how many villains are. They don't respect us. They don't
Right.
respect Earth. They're not. We're not a threat. You know. So he wants to
Okay.
protect his family because now he's got a family. You know, we saw Tony Stark become a father and all that, but he was no longer Iron Man. He had to go back to bring he went back to being Iron Man to bring everyone back, fight that last battle,
Right.
and he died. Well, in this universe, he actually is still Iron Man, still part of the Avengers, and still risking his life, but now he hates doing that because now he's got a family, and every day as he's doing this, fighting every day, he's like, I don't want to do it because what if I lose the very thing I love and blah blah blah. Well, in one of these attacks, say I don't know, maybe Galactus or some other powerful being ends up,
Mm-hmm.
they lose and they kill his family. A brutal death, right? That's
Okay.
enough to
Okay.
turn a man crazy, right? Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so he becomes, but this time his grief turns into anger
Okay.
against Steve Rogers, against Bruce Banner, against his own team because they didn't listen to him. We need a suit of armor around the world. Why don't you guys listen to me? If only you listened to me, my family would still be here. He ends up killing them. He ends up fighting them and killing the Avengers. He goes crazy, kills them. He no longer wants to be known by Tony Stark. He changes his name to Victor Von Doom. I don't know why. I didn't think far into that, but for some
Okay.
reason he doesn't want to be known as Tony Stark anymore. Victor Von Doom for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that was, I don't know, something in his past. I don't know. So for some reason he calls himself that. And because he's gonna have this moment where someone says Tony and he's like, I'm not Tony anymore and blah blah blah. Like my name is Victor, blah blah blah. I don't know. And so he takes on this new persona, and finally he says, I will protect the world the way they never could. And he becomes obsessed. Well, in his killing spree, he kills the anchor being of his universe. And in his own obsession of wanting to protect the world, he didn't realize he killed an anchor being in his universe, and his whole universe dies. And so now he's on a quest to try to find um maybe like Morgan and his family in a different universe where he can protect that universe. I don't know. And who's still alive in 616? Morgan and Pepper. I don't know.
So Morgan Pepper being
His kid and wife.
an anchor bean,
Not as no, no. I don't think they're the anchor being. I'm saying he ended up killing the anchor being in his universe.
and he's trying to save that universe, right?
Not the one he destroyed. No, he's just trying to find kind of
A
like how
new universe.
kind of like how Kingpin was looking for his wife in a different universe in the was it no, it was the first Miles Morales movie. Remember? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not a perfect theory. I'm not good at
Right.
theorizing, but I'm thinking what would drive someone who's a hero to become a
Yeah.
villain is losing the very thing that you love and sworn to protect. Not only is the universe, but his family, right? And so that's my theory. Doom, he becomes Doom by pretty much obsessing over trying to save what he loves, and ends up losing it in the process. So that's how he becomes Doom.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I think how long will that backstory of the family will that take?
Not
His
long.
family dying
He could explain it like real quick in a few minutes.
and killing the Avengers. This is all stuff that needs to that would want to be seen.
Yeah, I think
Right?
it kind of like, oh yeah, like Wanda did it in Multiverse of Madness. She went searching for her kids in other universes and tried to kill their mom,
Yeah.
right? Same thing. That's pretty much what he's doing. See, chat knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's not that I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
I don't think it needs that big of a backstory. I think he could tell the story with simply just being like, they didn't listen to me, and I had to teach them a lesson, or I had to show them that I could protect the world, and blah blah blah. But in my doing
Yeah.
so, I didn't realize I killed our anchor being, destroying my entire universe. Everything I wanted, everything that I worked for, gone. And now I'm the only way that the universe could survive is with my rule. I don't know. That sounds like someone who's brainwashed to rule the world. They believe in like taking over because they are the most powerful being. I don't know, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't have a better theory. I honestly don't.
I don't even.
Um.
I'm not saying mine is good. I'm just. I got a little giddy thinking about it.
Yeah. I think it. Hmm. I'm trying to think of like what I can see part of it being in it. The growing up part, his family dying and all that. I don't think that will ever happen. I don't think that ever be shown. Him killing the Avengers. That'd be kind of cool to see.
I mean, that's dark, bro. That's
Yeah.
dark, and we need
His
a
fam
villain that's like.
his family being slaughtered. Hope I don't see that.
I want to see that.
But that would turn him.
That would turn him evil. That would turn a Tony Stark evil, bro.
But what made Tony fall in love with Pepper?
What do you mean?
You know,
That she saw him. That it wasn't. I
do you
don't.
think this new variant of her will fall in love with a depressed Tony Stark? I don't know. I mean, I felt like she was so obsessed with
She knew
never.
him.
They never
She knew him for who he
yeah,
really was. He was putting on a
yeah,
facade for the world.
yeah.
She knew him for who he really was. That's why she fell in love with him, and that's why he fell in love with her. Because no one else knew him the way Pepper did.
Right. That is an interesting theory.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. That's
I,
all I wanted.
I mean, it's better than what I came up with. Nothing.
That's all I wanted. Chat, can you guys rate my theory, please? Out of 10?
What it did, what it's doing is making me think, which is a good theory. So, applause to you.
Thanks, man. Rate my theory out of 10, chat. And then we'll get back to you.
I'll probably rate it. I'll rate it 4
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean,
out of 10.
I still don't know why he would want to change his name to Victor. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think about that, but I think it would be cool if in his rise to power he's like I'm not Tony anymore and blah 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 and like I'm not Tony Cruz. I'm Victor Big Nuts. Sorry, that's an inside joke. I don't think anyone in Nerd Enough would actually know that joke. Anyway, yeah, no, that's my theory. But and other than that, honestly, I haven't really not much has been going on with any other nerd stuff. Oh, actually, there was some Spider-Man news that came out.
Okay.
It's not that big. I don't think it's something to worry about. let me try to explain why some people are worried. So
Okay.
our road, what is it called? A roadmap for the movies coming out 2025, right? We got Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
Thunderbolts,
Yep.
and what is it?
Doomsday,
No, no,
2026. Agatha.
that's a show. Why am I missing a movie? I am missing a movie. Duh, Captain America: Brave New World.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one's
Yeah.
first. Captain America, Thunderbolts, and then Fantastic Four at the end of the year. So that those are our movies for 2025. 2026, we
Yeah.
have Avengers. We have a slot in February, I believe, that's empty. No, it's a question. It's got a question mark. We got in the summer we have Doomsday, and then we have, I think, another slot that's empty. And then after that, we got Avengers Secret Wars in 2027. Is that correct?
One of those empty slots I think was supposed to be Blade, but with all of the
Yeah.
rewriting of stuff, they probably.
Well, here's where the Spider-Man news gets a little scary. The
Okay.
only slot that movie can go in is February 2025. So here's what people are theorizing, that
Oh
if
dang.
yeah, that if it's not February 20, no, sorry, not 2025, 2026.
Okay, I was about to say that's
Yeah,
like
that's in a few months. um that if it doesn't come
they
out,
kept it secret.
because there's only two empty slots. There's one before Doomsday and after Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
If it comes out before Doomsday, then we might get the whole like how he ends up in Battle World, or maybe they will save that for Secret Wars. Um,
Okay.
but people are scared if it ends up getting moved to after Doomsday, because if it takes up that slot, then people are scared that it will no longer be a street level movie, and it'll be somehow a multiverse film just like Sony wanted. And because of that, Sony wants to push their agenda for it to be a multiverse movie, because what sells tickets? Toby and Andrew.
Yeah.
That's what Sony wants. They just want to sell tickets. We've seen it before. Look at their shitty movies, bro. They think that their shitty movies are going to sell tickets, and they don't. But what they saw, one thing that works, Toby and Andrew. So I know
Yeah.
that they want to push that again. They want a bigger movie with more Spider-Man, more Spider people, including Toby and Andrew, in this multiversal Spider-Man movie. They want to push that for after Doomsday. If Sony starts to push MCU's buttons and keep delaying it, they're gonna have to delay it till after Doomsday, which means it's gonna have to be a multiversal movie. And all the plans that were happening in Daredevil that was going to lead into Spider-Man probably won't happen anymore. Now, my thing is that necessarily doesn't have to happen, because just because whatever happens in Doomsday, who knows? Spider-Man might not even be in that movie. You know, look at Infinity War. Hawkeye wasn't in it until
Yeah.
Endgame. There was a bunch of characters who weren't in it until Endgame. Same thing. Spider-Man doesn't. I want him to be in Doomsday. I really do, because the more Spider-Man we get, that'd be cool, you know. But he doesn't have to be. His story can still take place. I mean, do you remember what movie we got in between? There was two movies we got between Infinity War and Endgame. You remember what they were? It was Ant-Man and the Wasp
Okay.
and
And
Captain Marvel.
Black Widow. Oh, Captain Marvel. Okay.
It was those two movies in between these big films. It's almost like we didn't
Yeah.
care about these two movies that happened. We only cared about the two that happened before and
Yeah.
after.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Spider-Man can still take place in its street level movie, which we're all wanting. We all want the
Yeah.
Peter Parker fighting Kingpin, maybe Daredevil joining, and we want a street level movie. I think that can still happen, but that's what other YouTubers and people are saying, that it's trouble that Sony wants to push this to after Doomsday so that they can get their multiversal movie.
When does Daredevil come out?
Daredevil comes out later at the end of this year, but that's a show.
What if at the end, the final scene of Daredevil,
Spider Man. Oh, dude.
Spider-Man shows up?
Oh man, that would be so good. Oh, I would be. I would be amazed.
Tom,
Just because.
Tom Holland just like creeping from like
Yeah.
the window or
Hey man,
something.
want to team up? Or like, or like. I mean, think about the scene for, dude. You guys don't even know how crazy I went when they're talking in it and no way home, and then you see the cane. Right away,
Yep.
dude. I knew it was. I knew it was Charlie Cox, and I knew it was Matt Murdock. Oh man, what a moment. Um.
And then next time we saw him, he was in bed with
Oh
She-Hulk.
my god. Yeah. Anyway, God. So that's pretty much the whole scary news with I guess Spider-Man 4
Yeah.
is that if it takes place after Doomsday, there's a chance it may not be a street level movie with Kingpin and all that. However, I think it can still happen. It'll just
Yeah.
be apart from that. Then maybe at the end it'll tie into everything. However, I want to see it the other way. I want to see where we do get our street level movie, and then at the end,
Mhm.
the event of Doomsday starts to happen.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily. Actually, maybe it'll just be completely separate from it. I'm okay with that too. We've
Yeah, I
gotten
can
we've
see that.
gotten
Yeah.
enough Spider-Man with doing like team stuff. The only I want to see him team up with one person and not the Avengers.
Yep.
But don't get me wrong, I really want to see him in Secret Wars with the black suit.
Dude, I want to see him. I just want to see that classic story. Him him trying to fall back in love with
But MJ,
his girl,
mm-hmm.
MJ.
Oh, dude, they're so
Like,
goals, bro. IRL, they're so goals.
yeah, she's so hot though.
It's not even
Um,
just that, dude. It's just the way they stay away from like
yeah,
the
that's what
Hollywood
makes it so
life.
like. That's what makes it so like perfect for
Yeah,
them.
like even Tom
I
Holland
think.
has said, like, dude, Hollywood scares me. Like, I feel like I don't even belong in it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Um, did you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we kind of.
No Star Wars stuff. No.
No, I think we'll save Star Wars for
Poor
a later
Star
date.
Wars, bro. We got nothing to say about Star Wars.
Yeah, I do. I have. I mean, August 30th, August 31st, whatever. Outlaws is coming out August 30th,
Oh,
and I'm
that's this
excited to
month.
play
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to play it, especially because the DLC is gonna have Hondo and Lando in it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I'm excited about that, and
Oh,
it takes
Hondu,
place in
that's
my
cool.
yeah, and it takes place in like my favorite time of Star Wars.
Right after Order 66.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's Jabba the Hutt's like ruling everything. Like, I don't know, it's just
That's cool.
Han Solo's and Carbonite. Like, yeah,
Oh,
but
okay. So this is after. This is before
this
Empire.
this is
Oh,
before
no, sorry.
Empire.
No, no,
This
no.
is
After Return. After. Sorry.
this is
It's after
yeah.
Empire,
This is
before Return.
we won't see Han Solo. He'll be in Carbonite.
That's cool. Hey, I'm okay with that.
Next, yeah, and
I
so
feel like if the Han Solo was in there, it would overshadow. It would
yeah,
overshadow everything else. Like that's all you'd be waiting
but,
for.
but dude, you get DLCs like that excites me that they're already announcing DLCs.
So, are you planning on doing that on Nerd Enough?
Yeah, probably.
All right. So keep guys, August 30th or probably by September, Michael will be streaming Outlaws
Yeah,
gameplay here probably once a week or every other day. I'm not sure how often you want to do that. But
yeah.
he will keep you guys
Well,
posted with that.
yeah, yep.
Um Another game that I think I don't know if either him or I would do it. We'll talk about it. But the Guardians of the Galaxy game was I never played it. He never played it,
Yeah.
and I've
No.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. So if you guys want us to do that, let us know. Um, I do want to say one more thing before we answer some questions in chat.
Yeah.
Um, what's it called? I meant after this stream, literally a few minutes after this stream, I'm gonna go live again and play more Spider-Man 2. Um, Now I was debating whether I wanted to do it on this channel or do it on
Yeah.
my own personal channel. I put a poll up in my Discord, and it looks like everyone kind of wants me to do it on my own personal channel. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it on my personal channel. I and what I'm gonna do is just record the gameplay and I'll post it on YouTube. Um,
Yeah.
there won't be any cuts. There won't. So you guys are gonna see all the times that I actually. Usually, I cut out all the times I die. I cut out a lot of the fighting scenes because it's pretty repetitive. I cut out a lot of the swinging when I have to get from one place to another. So you guys are gonna see all of it. So bear with me. It'll probably be a shorter episode. That's a lot of cuts. It is. Yeah, it'll just be a straight playthrough this time.
Yeah.
And you guys might see alerts pop up on the screen. You'll see, yeah, just try to ignore them. Um,
I mean, that's what I'm doing with the Outlaws. I'm not cutting, not doing any of that.
no, no, and that's fine. We don't have to do any cutting anymore.
What I wanted to do with Outlaws most likely is make it like play 10 hours one day, play 10 hours another day. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, there.
I want to I want to finish that game in like 2-3 days.
Okay, well, yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
don't do what I'm doing. It's taking forever for me to finish it. That's why I decided to just do them live. I'm just gonna do them live.
Yeah.
Forget the cutting. It's taken me so long. And another thing is, I actually forgot that I did record one more episode of the gameplay right before stream. Stream. I don't know why I said it like that. Stream. Um, Literally right before we started stream, I finished editing it. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is after we finish this, I'm gonna upload it. If you guys don't,
Okay.
so there's gonna a lot happen, and I'll explain it during the gameplay. There's a lot that happened in the last episode. It will be up by tonight, and then the next one will be up. Maybe I'll post it this weekend or next week. Obviously, you guys will see it first. I hope that makes sense. I had there's a lost episode that I forgot to post, and I just found it. So I'm so scuffed, man. So yeah, post it next year. Honestly, it pretty much is what I'm doing. All right, let's go ahead and end this with just a quick session of just reading over chat. Thank you guys again for being here. For those of you watching on YouTube, again, make sure you guys follow our Twitch, Nerd Enough Podcast. If you guys want to join us every Thursday, we aim for 7 p.m. If anything happens, if we start a little later, then it shouldn't be too much later that we start. We will always let you know. So make sure you guys stay up to date. We'll update you guys on Instagram. So make sure you also follow our Instagram, okay? All right, let's go ahead and start. We started reading, people started chatting. It still was awesome. I was totally expecting just a POI getting taken over. Oh, we're talking about the map on Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah. Victor Von Doom Tower in the middle of Tilted Towers. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think they're gonna bring some sort of Latveria kind of thing.
Okay.
Or it's like I mean, last season or last time they had Doom's Domain.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna kind of do the same thing.
What if Avengers Tower, like in the movie Avengers Tower, is Doctor Doom's lair?
They're bringing the Baxter Building.
Okay.
Yeah, they're bringing no Avengers Tower. They're bringing the Baxter Building, which pretty much confirms the Battle Pass will probably include the Fantastic Four, just in time for the movie, man. Well, not actually, way before time. Mario, what's up, man? No, it's not because most of the mutants are killed off in Logan. Mario, but remember, that takes place later in the future. Way later. Deadpool had to travel to the future to dig up um, Logan's body. So, and if anything, that's the whole point of us saying that it was so confusing.
Yeah.
We actually, because from what I was told when Logan first came out was, oh, this takes place in a different universe. But now it turns out it's in the same universe as Deadpool. So that, I don't know. It's confusing. I guess that depends on where he wants to make a name for himself. Ah, I see. You're talking about the Gambit. You're talking about the Gambit cameo where he showed up, his line. Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah. They were all together somewhere because Peter said Doctor Strange was doing the circle thing, and that's how they came back. Well, yeah, they came back instantly though, and they were like, they're probably very confused, and then they saw Doctor Strange's portal, and then decided to freaking just swing in like heroes, like if they already knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
What's up, Lemons? Welcome in.
Yeah.
Kind of like Wanda.
Yeah. I do think the anchor being is going to be. It's going to be very interesting to start when they're going to start showing who anchor beings are in each universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so, I'm excited about that.
that is interesting. You kind of look like John Pork. Your mom loves cheese. Welcome in. I'm not sure what that means, and I'm not sure who you were talking to, but thank you.
I love pork.
And I love John.
We got ratings for your
We got
theory
ratings for my theory. 9 out of 10.
from Mario.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
4.5
Shadow.
out of 10. I'm actually
that's
surprised.
more like it. 4.5 is a better rating.
Wait, Cactus didn't rate mine. I don't know.
I mean, she didn't like it.
She
She did like the She-Hulk and.
No, she didn't. She said love that.
Okay.
No, she was talking about She was talking about.
I know. I know.
She was talking about the cameo, not the She-Hulk scene. I want to see more ramifications of no one knowing he's Spider-Man. No one remembering he's Peter. We'll definitely see.
We saw that in Deadpool and Wolverine, in Happy's office. Tony Stark helmet was in front of Tony Stark and Peter Parker, and you couldn't see Peter Parker. They did that on purpose.
Well, yeah, because of literally, they don't have the rights to show Tom Holland in an MCU film that's not produced by Sony.
I mean, I'll take it as,
but
no one remembers who he is.
No, but did you see? Do you not realize the connection with the helmet? You don't realize. Okay, the helmet that was in front of Peter Parker was a toy helmet.
Okay.
Okay, it wasn't an actual Iron Man helmet. It was a toy Iron Man helmet. Do you remember when we saw that toy helmet?
Was that his daughter's?
No, that was the kid from Iron Man 2 at the Stark Expo.
Yeah.
When he's like, when one of the androids are aiming at the kid, and the kid pulls up his repulsor, and then
that's Peter Parker.
That's Peter Parker. It was confirmed by Kevin Feige that was a young Peter Parker at Stark Expo. The fact that it's replacing Tom Holland on the frame is a perfect confirmation that was Peter Parker. I love that connection. It's so wholesome, dude. I love it. Yeah, dude, I'm scared of this gameplay, man. No cuts. Yeah. Just Stark Tower with a giant V on it. Oh my god. For Victor. Okay, well, and you guys have any more questions, any more comments you guys want to make before we head out? We're gonna go ahead and call it. We were trying to make this a 40-minute video, but we knew it was gonna go a little longer. Did you hear the theories about Fantastic Four being from the sacred timeline? Because you know how Kevin said the movie is going to take place in the 60s?
But it's pretty much,
but in another universe? Wait, huh? Did you hear about the theories about Fantastic Four being from the secret timeline, because you know how Kevin said the movie is going to take place in the 60s, but in another universe. It's not in the secret timeline.
No,
It's
they might come to the secret
it,
timeline, but
it was actually confirmed, and they said it even at Comic Con. It's taking place in a different universe, in a retro futuristic
yeah,
universe that is themed to look like the 60s. I hope I said that right.
like think of it
The
as
Jetsons.
the Jetsons or like Noir of Spider-Man's universe.
Mm, no,
Well, how it's Noir's universe
Spider-Man Noir's
is just
universe is more like old
black and
school,
white.
black and white.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a different universe, but there's still technology. I don't know. It's just an example. It's like how it looks.
I didn't know his.
It
I didn't know his universe was futuristic.
not futuristic. Never
His
mind.
universe
Never
reminds
mind.
me more like Gotham.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's a bad example.
It was more of like how it
Take it
looks.
back.
No, no, it's more of how it
Take it back.
looks, not really.
Take it back.
Uh, but the fact that he's not Spider-Man for licensing reasons, yada yada yada. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What?
Yeah.
But the fact he's not Spider-Man for licensing reasons or not could be the reason he becomes Victor.
Will Peter become Victor?
I'm so confused about
Huh?
that sentence, Shadow.
What a is that his theory? There's his theory.
Maybe. All right. Well, with that being said, I think we're gonna call it there, everyone. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
It's been fun. We hope to see you guys on the next episode, which will be again on Thursday.
Right.
Um,
And
ho-
we can talk about Star Wars, right? I want
we'll
to spend
see.
it.
I mean, we can talk about D23 because I know that's coming up.
Yeah.
Things that we want to see, things that might be coming up, and by then I would have watched Deadpool twice already. So we'll see.
You're
Um,
special.
maybe if Tony having a relationship with Peter kept Tony from turning evil. Just a thought. That could be another thing. Yeah, that could be another thing. Maybe in that universe there is no Spider-Man, or maybe Peter died. That's what I'm saying. Maybe in that universe everything went wrong for Tony. He couldn't protect Peter. He couldn't protect Morgan. He couldn't protect Pepper, and he ended up blaming it on the Avengers because they didn't want to create a suit of armor around the world. I'm telling you, bro. This theory is just. I'm gonna add more to it. I'm gonna keep adding to it.
I think you have to add more because it's shit.
What? It's not that bad. Jesus. Oh my god. You didn't say that earlier. You gave it a
No, but
4.
it's because you keep 4 out of 10. That's below average.
Man, it's so mean.
Oh damn, 3.5 out of 10 now. All
Wait,
right,
you
that's
gave it
that.
a
That, that
4.5 earlier. Come on, man.
well, you keep adding. Let's
All
just
right. All right. Well, everyone in chat, thank you guys so much for hanging out with
yeah.
us. We'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned. Give me about maybe 10 minutes. I will be live on my TCTV channel playing Spider-Man 2. And all of you guys, thank you for hanging out. Stay blessed and stay nerdy. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Love you all. Bye.